I know when you first read that title, you're like, Jeremy, are you out of your mind? Or people probably laughing at it. And I actually did a video based off somebody's comment talking about, whether or not the Harringtons should get back together, or like the Harringtons, an example of, a successful black family. And the more I talked about Veronica, the more I asked the question to myself, is Veronica an inspirational character? Is she somebody that should be looked up to, or, some along those lines? And the first answer that comes to mind is most likely no, because she really represents the worst in people when you think about it. Distrustful, unfaithful herself, homophobic, not willing to compromise, power hungry, always wanted to be in control, and truly the list goes on and on and on and on and on. But believe it or not, I'm actually going to talk about Veronica in a positive sense in this video. Yeah, believe it or not. And, when you look at the craziness and whatnot, let's just put that on a shelf. We're just going to talk about Veronica Harrington as a person in regards to her rags to riches story. Not much in this video, I'm pretty sure, is stuff you don't already know, because it's already been established that Veronica, and this is really why we should have flashbacks on the show, because I would love to see this of her growing up, pretty much came from like the same neck of the woods that Hannah did, in the sense that low income community and stuff like that. And she eventually found her way into college. She went through some struggles there. Senior seduced her, pretty much said he loved her, knocked her up, then left her. Then she got an abortion. Next thing you know, in law school, she meets David and Jim. I believe they all met together in law school. I think David told that to Maggie Day. And, those two got together, got married after a couple of miscarriages, if I'm not mistaken, or stillborns, right? Stillborns. Jeffrey finally came along, and that was their first child. And no, I'm not going to get into debate as to whether or not David's the real father. I've done that enough. And really, at some point came her addiction to pain. Pain meds, where she hurt her back somehow and got addicted to the pills and, drinking. And then she went into rehab. Saw everything that was wrong in the rehab while she went through the program, kicked her habits, and came out stronger than ever by creating her own rehab facility, pretty much one that improved on everything that was wrong with the rehab she was in. And that's how she amassed her millions of dollars. So really, yeah, strong black woman. And it's kind of, cliche, strong, independent black woman. I say strong, independent, because she really thinks, she did everything herself, when in reality, you got to give points to David Harrington for staying with Veronica despite everything she presented to them. Like, I don't know if her addiction and whatnot occurred, when Jeffrey was, around. I don't know if that was before or after. But in any case, given the fact that David seemed very stone-faced when Veronica was tearing apart the Sarandon Hotel, he acted like, this wasn't the first time that happened. So there's no telling what kind of drugs and pills and whatnot, aside from the pain meds, Veronica was doing before she went into rehab. That begs the question whether or not she went to rehab on her own choice, or did David forcefully make her do it. That's an interesting dynamic I don't think we've ever seen. But I think at the core, she's intelligent, she's determined. I mean, if you really look at everything she's done crazy-wise, she's focused, a bit obsessive, but at the same time, what really impresses me about Veronica is that she really doesn't seem to give up. Obviously there are some things she should definitely give up on, like controlling everybody and really getting her own life, because she's really tearing her own self apart, trying to get David and Jeffrey in line, as opposed to moving forward with her, own life. So I think the most impressive thing about Veronica is the fact that, she really is truly a seasoned attorney. And what really turned me on to the aspect of her being that impressive is that, remember, she's been out of the law game for several years. I think she stepped down after the whole, back injury and addiction and stuff. I think because, the work itself became too much stress for her. So David thought it best for her to, step down. And they obviously came to that agreement together. But because of Jim and David, moving behind their wives' back, Veronica got into the law game again. And even after years of being out of the courtroom, she's still able to hang with the best of them and win. So I definitely think Veronica Harrington is truly a success story when you look at everything aside from all the evil she's done. So props to Tyler Perry for writing such a dynamic character who you truly do love to hate. So Angela Robinson, yeah, she plays the hell out of that role. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. She does, believe it or not, at the core, she does want what's best for her family, but it's one of those situations where, hey, I know what's best for you, even if you don't know it or you think it's what's best for you, and I'm going to make sure you do it or you get it, whether you like it or not. So I feel like if Veronica truly worked with her family instead of against them to have them act the way she wants, the Harrington family might be able to repair the damage. Like, I'm not saying everything is going to be forgiven, but maybe it's one of those things where they can just part ways with respect. So let me know your thoughts on Veronica Harrington. Are you inspired by her? Do you think she has some redeeming qualities? And are there any other characters you would like me to dissect in this kind of fashion? I'm not going to lie, this was actually pretty fun. Something that wasn't truly scripted, but one of those scenarios where, look, I've already done like 50 videos on Veronica's, spiteful behavior and whatnot, what she's going to do next. But let's dig a little deeper than that. Let's look at what makes this character tick, what really makes this character redeeming, what Tyler Perry seemed to be doing with the character when he first started out versus where they are now, and go from there. And and if you notice, I really didn't say much about Veronica's parents, or I did mention flashbacks. I really would like those things because it would really give the characters more depth. Just my opinion. So thanks so much for tuning in. Once again, not to banter on, but I really did have a good time recording this. It's really fun to talk about a character I've dogged for quite some time in a positive light. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.